So now I just want us to do a simple design. So let's go straight to our pixel and let's just try to do something. And after this, I want us to submit our no assignment too. So with this, firstly I will go straight to this area to go and get our size, the size of what we wanted to work with. So I click on it, I go to image size. I believe you can see that. So I go for what? YouTube channel banner. Yeah, that is YouTube banner. I go for that, and that is aspect ratio 16 by 9. I click on OK. This is what we want to, this our size. And I supposed to change the color before that. I supposed to change that, don't mind me. So I go straight to it again, I click on it. Okay, so this is what we are having for now. Let's just do something very simple. Let me import. I want to bring something from Glarisha. So let's get something done. Okay, let me click on this. I've clicked on it, and here come down straight to this circle. We're having circle here. This circle here, come and click on it. I believe you can see that something has changed there. So try to make sure that your padlock is free in order to be able to do what I want to do now. I believe you can see my padlock now that is underlined, but make sure that your padlock is free, that is not underlined, and bring this up a little bit, something like this. I believe you can see the action I just performed now. I just bring it down back, I take it up a little bit. I don't want to work, I didn't need that part, that's just the reason why. And I click on mark. Now this is what we're having. This is what we're having. I believe you can see that. So come to rotate. You can rotate it like this with your hand by using the tip of your finger, or you come here to rotate. You look for rotate here. I believe you can see I rotate. So you can rotate it to be 35, angle 35. Click on mark and come to your what? Relative position. Come to your relative position, click on it, click on this, make sure that it is at that angle. So this is not going, you can just use your hand to move this to this angle. Let it be something like this, let it be this. We want something like this. Actually, don't forget that this is white background. I'm still going to change the background with what we want to do now. We just want to do something very simple. So you can copy it, click on copy like this, rotate it again and take it down like this a little bit. You can come to the aspect ratio, go to your ratio and rotate. You can see it is what? -18. My own is -18. And if you like, you can increase it. If you like, you can leave it, just try to increase it something like this. Beside is okay, and let it be something like this. So once you are done with these two, now you can now lock it. Come to your layer, don't forget the layer I showed you. You can come to your layer, or come to your the layer here. By the time you click on it, you can lock these two. So I want us to move very fast. Go to the background, you can see that. So go to color, go and click on plus, and I want this for one color, don't forget this for two color. Click on plus. Now I believe you can see what you're having here. You want to make use of two color here, so let this one to be here, not down, not up, but almost to the edge there, and this one to be here. So now the one that is up here, this, okay, let me make use of the arrow for you to be able to see. Now this place, this stuff work for the color that is up here. while this other one work for one that is down here. So you have to click on this one now before you change the color for these parts, and you click on this one before you change the color for these parts. Okay, now let's say you click on this now, and as I click on what I showed you now, I will also click on this color palette. Okay, I click on this and I click on color palette. After that, I later come and click on this and I still click on color palette. Okay, now I click on this, I click on color palette. Let's say I want it to be color blue. I click on OK. Okay, for this one now, can you see it's working for this one down? I think that that means I've mistakenly rotated it. This one is working for the one that is down here. So it can be like this. Once it's down here, you can turn it up by itself and let it to be down. But we are not making use of color blue. This is the color we want to use. Come back to the color palette and click on this plus sign here. This first plus sign. This first one. Click on it for us to get our color. We are actually making use of the color from this from our elements. I believe you can see the color I make use of now. This region, this area, we are having some dark color there, so let's make use of the color there and click on mark. Click on OK. I see the color have changed. So for this one that is down here, let me cancel it. For this one that is down here, for this other part that are down here, you click on this part and you click on the color palette to change the color for that one too. Let's go. I click on it. I click on the color palette and I click on that first pencil again. Want to make use of this color. Now take note of this. I see that our color is changing, but it's not that deep to the other one that we make use the other time. I don't want it to be deep, so don't let your own to be deep, because I want us to design the same thing. As I've said earlier, let's just do a very simple design. So click on mark after that and click on OK here. That's what you're having here. So you can actually bring this one, let it go up a little bit, or you take this one. All what we need here is that this area here, this area, we actually want it to be somehow dark in red color. That's all what we need. And this area, this other area, to be light more than this part, so that is all what we need. So you can take it up according to what you wish and take this one to be here like this. So it's okay like this. Let's just click on OK. I don't want us to waste much of our time, and we are done with this. The next thing is for us to be adding our text. What can we do? For this one, I can say I will do any. Let it be in capital letter. Let it be in capital letter. Once it is in capital letter, this is where I click to change it to capital letter. So you can click here to change it to capital letter and small letter. So capital letter, I click on OK. Come down to your font. Come to your font here. Come to your font and let's make use of this font. Very simple. Let's make use of this Blogger bold font. So let's go to our font and let's make use of this font called Blogger bold font, this particular one. So I click on it, I click on OK. And what else can we do to this? We can actually rotate this to be minus whether -10. Click on OK and bring it down a little bit. Come to position, bring it down a little bit, something like this. Click on mark, come to what? Come to stroke, give it stroke to it. Let your stroke to be in 5 or 6. 6 is okay. Click on mark. So we are done with this now. You're actually done. And once you are done with that, you can lock it. And what else can we do? Let's add another thing. After locking it, come to test again. Delete this. I can do any gravies. Let's do that, gravity design, and this design should be down here. Okay, so now what can we do to this? Let's come to fonts. Let's look for a nice font for it. Let's make use of this font, this memo font. Click on OK. So I would like everything to be in capital letter. Come back here and change it to capital letter. Click on OK. I believe you can see that. Now come to this Alice, in order to change it to what? To center. Come and centralize this here. I click on this. I click on the center one, the center part for this. This way I click in order to centralize this. So I mark it and try to give space to this our work. Let's give space to it. Spacing should be whether like 10. Yeah, 10 is okay. And okay, let's come to color. Let's give color to this. I believe you can see the area, and if you cannot get the color, you cannot locate the color, try to pick the color by making use of the pick of your color picker. I'll drop this flower in the group for us to design the same thing. So I click on that, come to what? Yeah, don't mind me. Here's the color we make use. Come to stroke. Let's give stroke to this one too. So our stroke should be 5. So come and click on mark, and after that you can now increase the size. You can also increase the size to like 70. Okay, 82 is okay. No, let it be 75 or 70. 70. Let it be 17. So can you see that the space is not enough? The space we give to this area is not enough. So let's give it line spacing. Oh, you actually give line spacing to it before. Don't mind me. I want us to give it normal space, not line spacing. Not line spacing. So here should be what? Spacing. This is what I want to click before. Spacing. Let's give space to it. I don't want everything to be together. And after that you can centralize this. You can see that it's at the center like this. Click on mark. Come to what? Rotate it to like -5 or 6. -5. So you can now move this. You can move this up a little bit like this. Yeah, something like this is okay. Let it come down a little bit. I will do any gravity design. Let's add another thing. That should be what? Professionally. I want it to be in capital letter. Click on mark. So try to lock this gravity design and work with this professionally. Bring it down a little bit. Go to what? Go to font. Give it the same font for this other one. I will do. Let it be in the same font. That is blogger same font. and come to what? Stroke. Give a stroke to it. Let the stroke to be black, color black, and the stroke should be what? 5 or 6 also. The stroke should be 5 or 6, 5. I click on mark. After that, you can space this one too. So don't let it be together like that. After the spacing, you can now rotate this also. As usual, you can rotate this one too. Rotate it. Come to rotate. Don't mind me. So, and you can take it down. So I will do any graphic design professionally. And you still want to add something, whether you want to add something like work or whatsoever, it's a thing you can do. Capital letter, click on OK, and then don't forget to lock this one too, so that it will scatter your work. You'll be able to move whatsoever you have intentional to move. And here you can do it. You can give space. You can increase this one to 45. You can give it font. You can give the same font, the one with graphic design, which is memo font. This memo font. Click on OK. Take it down like this. You can even give color to this. Yes, let's give color to this. Let's say we want this color. So I click on OK. What else can we do to this? Come to this third shadow. This third shadow, I click on it. I on it. This opacity, on it like this. And the opacity of the shadow should be white. Let it be white. Can you see that? And then you can see what you have here. This, how if you want it to be expand, how expand do you want the opacity to be? So you can let it to be whether 25. Click on mark. And lastly, come to rotate for this one too. You can rotate this to be -10, and this one should be down here at this portion. So this it should be okay here. So this is what we're having. I will do any graphic design professionally. So you can just add whatsoever you like to this. And now, this one thing I want us to take note. We will look at this by the time we are designing our own. The same font with this is the same font with this. The same font with this is the same font with this one too. And if you take note of it, we are now having more than 3 color, which is white, something like another color, and this whether it's not yellow, we can call this yellow again, and here is another color. So as a graphic design, you must always take note of your color and your font. Font speaks a lot, and color. Font matter a lot. Font and color, they matter a lot. So I'm going to be dropping this flyer in the group. I want us to do the same thing with this. And the elements that we need, I've still dropped that one too in the group. I mean these elements.